I'm going to record. Oh, I just started. Okay, yay.
Oh, well, there we are. Thank you all so much for joining this impromptu. Me and Alison, sometimes we're just like, we think of things and we're like, we have to just share it with our team because we don't want to hold anything back. And we're so lucky because Kevin's here too. And that's the beautiful thing about this. Like, we all get to hang out together because we're entrepreneurs. Isn't that great? I love this. So this was basically yesterday, we were on this green diamond. So when you guys all hit green diamond, you'll be on these calls with us. And it's a tiny, intimate group with Leslie. Leslie speaks to us. She always laughs at my tattoos. Like, we become friends with all the leaders in there. So it's like dope. And they're once a month. And yesterday, she went over some like leadership training with us that we always want to share. And some of it, I was just texting Alison, like, we're going to go over some seasonal objections. I think number one, because a lot of people now are going to be like, oh, I don't want to cleanse. Like, it's coming up to Christmas. And it's like, but you need to though. So we'll talk about that. And like, okay, so I've got notes. I'd like to start it with just this thought that hit me. So there are two mindsets you can kind of go into the end of the year with. One is, I'll see how it goes, but how much better does whatever it takes? It's like, whatever it takes, so I'll see how it goes. Like, what do you want? Like, really sit with yourself. Like, do you just want to be like how you were before, kind of comfortable, just like, I'm just going to try and manifest my way through this? Or are you going to be like, I'm going to do whatever it takes because I see the value in this and I want this so much that I don't care that all this crazy stuff is going on in my life right now, because for everyone it is. Like, we're all like, oh my God, what the hell? But that should actually fuel us. We can't let that stop us. Like, we're all going through crazy shifts, like breakups, moving, like splitting of things that we used to have in our lives. And it's like, that's burning away. And okay, I'm vulnerable and open, but what's coming? It's all happening. We're going to talk about this more together. We can have more like therapy Zooms where we can talk about this because it's cool. But like, whatever it takes, that's so therapy Zooms, whatever it takes. Doesn't mean like kill yourself, like trying to like push in, do something that's really difficult, but it's like a posture, like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to honor where I want to go. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make myself proud of the person that I am. I'm going to do whatever it takes to help as many people connect to what I know works. So you can twist it and make the verbiage as beautiful as you want to like suit your soul. This isn't about being a pushy salesperson or like killing yourself or running yourself into the ground or screaming at your team to do things when you're not doing them. This is about that shift, a very subtle shift that happens when you start to realize your potential. And that's the shift that happens about day 5, 6 of your first ULT, when suddenly it's like, but wait, I've never felt this way before. But wait, there's all this room opening up for possibility. But wait, I didn't know I could feel better than I already felt. With those subtle shifts that I'm sure Rena's feeling right now, and some people who have just started, it's like, jump on that, because that is the momentum that you need, that tiny little flick to go, I'll do whatever it takes, because you never want to go back to the way that you were before. And this is about pushing through when it gets hard. So I love that she opened with whatever it takes, because the thought of me going back to where I was before I did this is so ungodly of a thought. I can't. And so even on the hard days when you're like, I'm not clicking, this feels really hard, people aren't getting it, you're going to realign into a place that feels good, and you're going to do whatever it takes from a place of joy. So I wanted to open it with just that. It's a feeling, that connection you get where you're like, I'm going to fucking do this. Ain't no one going to stop me, because it's a learned thing. Me and Alison learned it. I was lazy as hell before this. So I just wanted to open it with that. And then I wanted to ask Alison, because another thing that Leslie kind of talked about was using your core values to sell this month. So how can we make it easy and fun this month? Using our core values. So Alison, what core values do you lead with in order to help build your business and share?
Well, trust is everything in this business. As we all know, we trusted someone to come into this, and so I'm in. My word is. I stick by my word. Make a big emphasis to um, show up in the world in integrity. Even if something, I'm honest. I'm very vulnerable. I make sure to always speak from my heart, my truth, and that's never led me wrong here. Definitely some people won't resonate. That's okay. That's okay. If people don't resonate, there's nothing, it's not personal. It's just, they're just, not there yet. Or we could be, mirroring something that it triggers them. Or, there's so many reasons why someone will not get us. But as empaths, we have to remember that we don't need to morph into everyone. We don't need to please everyone. But if you are integral to your word and you're consistent, well, the right people are going to find you. You will connect with the right people, and I've been seeing that. My mission, I've been very, very consistent with since I made that decision that I don't give a shit what it takes. I'm going to do it till I made that real decision in my life, which was 2020. That has been I have just been, very committed to speaking authentically, even if it may piss people off or even if it may, rub someone the wrong way. I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm healing out loud, and I'm sharing from my heart. So I think that's one of the ways that I've really used my leading with the value. Did that answer?
Yeah, core values. And your core values are integrity, vulnerability, authenticity. They're the one, when I think of Alison, I'm like, that's Alison. Like, she is always there. She's always consistent. She cares so much. And all of that comes through. And some of your other ones I love are family values, like your family. And it's like, Kevin, you have very, very solid core values that you base your business on. And for people know what they are, but I'd love you to share them so that we can throw around some people's core values that they use, because you present your business differently to Alison, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Like one of the biggest things that connected me with Allison in the beginning was like our passion for helping others and our passion for the animals, and even Alice, you as well, was a big connection with like how much we care. Like, we were living in a vegan community, you know what I mean? Like of course it was a passion for all of us, and so I use that as one of my core values. Like I connect with people. I'm like, how can I help you? I dove deep into the activism community, and one of the things that I saw was like how many people are struggling with mental health, how many are struggling with health issues. They're just like, I care about the animals and I don't care about anything else, including my health, and they're just junk food vegans. And I saw a lot of that. So that was one of the core values. Mental health, definitely became more of a core value because of what I went through, and my dad going through suicide, and seeing that firsthand and how it just destroyed the family. And then even just we have today at 12 p.m. Pacific time, we have a call about mental health for men, and even just the more that I dove deep into suicide and some of the challenges that men go through that are a little bit different than women. Women go through their own challenges, men go through their own challenges. When I dove deeper into that became more of a core value. It's like, some like I'm really diving deep into like some things that men are going through, but even like empathy and compassion. Like I have a podcast called Empathy, so that's a core value. People that care about others, people that care about the planet. So like that aligns with Purium. So much of that already aligns with what I am. So I find some of the core values with Imperium that do align with me, and that's why I'm here. And I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of people on this call are here, because something within Imperium most likely was a core value within you, as well. And so aligning that together made sense to me, and I mean for most of us as well.
Thank you, Kevin. And if there are any core values you guys have that we haven't covered, can you put them in the chat? Because there might be something. Yes, Chloe, sobriety. That's a huge one for a lot of people. Addiction, help people with addiction, natural medicine, and individuality. They're all brilliant. Oh my God. So we can literally hone in on our favorite ones, and you could do a whole week of content around one thing, a whole month of content, like this month could be mental health month. The whole month could be about pure and mental health, a whole month about veganism, or you can chop and change, but really spend time getting centered in your core values to make this fun, make this so relevant to you that you're like, this is me, and just get creative with it. So that's something I'm telling myself. Sometimes I get a little bit stuck, and I'm like, okay, who am I going for? And I'm like, core values. That's what I'm gonna choose, this core value, and really like drill into that core value this week because when I'm enjoying what I'm doing, people see that. So as long as we're always connecting with something that's really true and dear to us, it's a good, like, people are going to find us. And I just wanted to let you know, because I've got the notes, we're 6 weeks away from New Year's now. 6 weeks away from New Year's, which is our time. It's resolution time. It's people's new body, new career. People like, fuck my job. Next year, I'm going to do something worthwhile. That's where we come in. You want to do something worthwhile? Start your year doing something beautiful with angels? Come join our school. So it is time to start talking about that stuff and just being aware. 6 weeks resolution time. And then launch events. I love it because we've been talking about it so much. That is literally what...
It's distracting me.
Oh, hold on. You've got... Kevin's just come in on another one, and it's... How do I silence it? How do I silence him? Yeah, so launch event she talked about, and what she was saying was, our team, by the way, I'm so proud of you all. Fuck, you guys are killing it with launch events. It's like me and Alison are like dying with you guys and what you're doing, because though we may not see it now, the more we do them, the more dividends this will pay for us. Like, launch events are where the other huge legs are winning at. So we're going to get so good at them. Sorry, Al.
Yeah, well, I just want to say, this is really what this call, actually, what we really want to dive into here is because some people don't know what launch events are. So maybe, Alice, you've been doing them so well. Can you, like, it's so, he wants to be chatting, so he has his open too. Is it just distracting? Okay, so we have to get really familiar, like, we have to know about launch events, and the person who I've been seeing doing them, leading her team, amazing, is Alice. Okay, her team has been crushing it with these launch events, and they get it, and Chloe gets it. I'm still learning them. I'm still getting comfortable. I'm learning from you guys right now, and I mean, I get them, but it's very hard to what I'm seeing you guys do so well is empowering your team to take initiative and actually, even organize these themselves. So I'd love if, Alice, if you can share what these launch events are, because I think some people just don't even know.
Okay. Launch events are where it's at. So if you are a brand partner and you're like, what is that? That means you're going to do a launch event. A launch event is where you speak with your upline, and you say, okay, we're going to have an event. It's going to be just a 30-minute event where I'm going to come on and I'm going to introduce my upline and then a couple more people of my choice. So we're going to keep it to like 3-4 people max. So like, if you're like, oh, okay, I want to do one on mental health, say, oh, great. Well, you can invite myself, you can invite, Kevin, you can invite Jared or Allison or Taz, or pretty much most of us have a mental health story here. That's what Rena did, a mental health one recently, and it was amazing. Because she just I can't, and Alice just held her first one today. Alice Santos, it was amazing. It was so good. I'm so proud of you guys. And you know what the best thing is? They took initiative. So what we want you to do is go, okay, I'm going to do a launch event. I'm terrified, but I'm going to do it. Let us help you. You're going to decide what it's going to be about. It could just be a really general theme like transformation, or you could be like, I want to do one on mental health or veganism or helping spiritual people get physically healthy.
Whatever your niche is. So it's like, I know, Chloe, we did one with, on yoga. And so whatever your community, like the people that you're calling in, because these events are what you're going to be inviting your audience into. And so you want to make it about your niche. And there's so many different niches within Purium of what we could talk about, like between, if you're an athlete, if you're mental health, if you're, anything that we do, even an artist, how artists make it in whatever you're seeing your, unique niche in this. And as Alice said, it could be very vague. It could just be about transformation in general. So like and you guys get to create the type of call that you want to see out there, actually, because you get to use this as content also going forward. So we're creating a piece of content for you that you get to speak directly to, you get to invite your audience to watch over and over again after we've done them. So yeah, continue.
Yeah, and if you're like, I don't have a niche, that's great. We'll do a general one where you get your favorite people on to share. And we're going to keep the shares real easy, short, 3, 4, 5 minutes tops, really condensed shares, about that. So you've done it. You decided to do a launch event. You're going to invite your family, your friends. I would really love your support. I've just started this new venture. I'm so excited about it. It would mean the world for me if you just show up and support me and just listen. I just would like you to come on and listen. That's how you're going to invite people.
Can I just say I haven't brought this up to you guys in a training yet, but one of my most successful ways of presenting the opportunity and everything has been in asking. Okay, so when I went to Plant-Based Belize the first time, so this is before Kevin, this is before I met Alice, I was in a community with like Sarah Brandow, Vanessa was there. And Vanessa remembers this. How did I explain, how I said I'm going to do this presentation? I said, because I trust you guys are my friends. Can you just come for me to help, like support me I'm just learning how to present this, and I would love your support. There was no pressure, right, Vanessa? Like, I mean, it was like, I just made it fun. I was like, I'm practicing presenting my business opportunity, and would you guys just like be there to help support me? What happened after that event? Everyone signed up, and that's the reason Alice is there. Alice is here now. So yeah.
I love that. I love that verbiage. Like, this is my first launch event. I just love it. If you could come and help me, I'm just going to it's just get the people that you know and love to get on there. It can be a practice. It doesn't matter. And then it's so much fun. You you come on, you go, thank you for coming. You thank them. You've invited them on, and you're going to, double check they're going to be there. If they're like, oh, I can't come, you know what, that's okay. It's going to be recorded. So would it be okay if I send you the recording? Like Alison said, you're going to have this in your archive. If someone's like, I'm really interested in the business or the product or the transformation, you know what? I just did an incredible Zoom the other day with 3 of my friends who are like amazing leaders. Would it be okay if I share that with you? I'd love to discuss it with you afterwards. So easy. You're going to keep it. And then you're going to introduce, when you're on the call, you're going to introduce, you'll give a little, thank you for coming. It means the world you're supporting me. I love this. I've just started. I don't know much about it. I just know I feel so good. And, these people inspired me so much. And I have all this to thank to, and then you'll just start with your upline. So I'd say, I always do. Alison's on mine, and I'm like, Alison is the angel that brought this into my life. I don't know, because this is the truth. I don't know where I would be if she had not had the courage to reach out to me that day. So I want to hand this over to Alison. And then Alison will give her story, and she'll hand it up to Taz or whoever it is. And then at the end, when everyone's done their share, we have them near us. We showcase our core 4 products, our favorite things, very, very brief. No biggie. And if you're like, I'm not ready to do that, we'll do it for you, because you're going to learn. And it's going to be in 3s. You're going to do 3 launch events, 3 weeks in a row. 1, 2, 3. So at the end of each one, you can be like, we're going to have another one next week. We're going to go more into this. You're going to get so good at them. It's so easy. And what we want to see as leaders, that you don't owe God me, Rena. You're amazing at this. I can't see you on the screen, but you're not giving me sass. You're doing another one. And so you're gonna do 3 in a row. And every time you're gonna get more people on there. You're gonna get more people on there, and the other people are gonna invite people on there. Any person in the whole organization can invite people to anyone's Zoom. Because at the end we say, whoever brought you on this call, get back to them. They have $120 off, or 50 euros off if it's in the UK. Get back to them, and they're gonna get you set up. So you're always redirected to your people at the end. They are just fantastic. Like, it gives everyone a confidence boost. You're like, oh my God, I can speak in front of people. It gives you the chance to learn how we share our stories. It gets people, 3 or 4. They get to see 4 people's testimonials and transformations, and stories sell. people are going to love that. They're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so ready. And then at the end, we open it for questions. Do you have any questions? And on Rena's call, we had some great questions. On Mark's call, we had some questions. They're not always going to be some, and even if no one shows up, we're still going to do it because they're going to get really busy over time. This is practice time. Yes, sorry, Al.
Oh, I just want to say, so yeah, in response to Rena, and totally get that. But you know what? This is this is really efficient because what we can do in 30 minutes, what we can communicate in those 30 minutes, first of all, has legs because it can live on. You're going to be able to use that material. You can speak to multiple people and it is so effective. So we've seen success stories. I just want to share some of the success stories. On Rena's call, we had Mark Farron had brought a guest to listen, and Chris enrolled just after that call. Okay, we've seen so many people who are on these calls. I can't remember now because we've been doing so many of them, but they are really effective at getting multiple people to enroll, but not just enroll, really get it. Like they get to start off the gate getting a very full picture and having their questions answered and having the support and knowing that they feel really good about it. So we're starting, and it's duplication. Oh my God. Duplication is everything. When people see that that's how they can do it, and they see Rena, she's nervous. She just it was her first time. She'd only been on the Superfoods for a few days. But if someone could see Rena doing it, they could think, well, I guess this is how we launch. I could do this too. I mean, she just did it and you were amazing. And so, that is just, and with time, this becomes second nature. I was super late to Adina, so Kayla's launch event last night, which again, I'm so sorry. It was such a mix up. I was traveling and it was a big mix up, but we are learning things from that. First of all, I want to share some logistics with you guys, some key logistics. Okay. So key logistics is to make this happen. Chloe does this really, really well. She books my Calendly. Okay, so she takes the time slot that she wants to do it. She books it, and then she makes a poster, and she starts talking about it a week before. Okay, or at least a few days before. So I want to say that is critical. She blocks my time off. So, because I have 3,000 people right now that I'm, working on launching and relaunching, right? If someone this is how you work smart with my time is that you book me, right? You book me in my Calendly, and then you make a poster. This is how I've been finding out that I'm even on these calls. I see the poster and I'm like, great, I'm on a call next week. Awesome. But that is really, really the way that we've been seeing the success. Kayla, you're going to get this. We're going to relaunch you and it's going to be a million times better. Okay. Because oh my God, we need to we have so many opportunity. No one is messing up here. I just want everyone to know you cannot mess up. This is all about, we're all learning this together and we're all just getting better and better. And you know what? When people see us mess up, well, guess what? It kind of gives them hope that they can do this too. And so just don't worry. We can never mess up. Okay. That's this. I just want to remind everyone that we're going to get better and better at the system the more we do it. And actually what I wanted to say was I was 15 minutes late, but because I shared my story so many times, I was able to think on my feet and it was super, I was able to just snap into it. Don't ask. It was not the ideal situation last night, but I was able to snap into it because I've practiced so many times. So that's really, the repetition is key and it's all about duplication.
I love that. And, for anyone who's like, I'm ready, get in touch with your upline. If you haven't done one yet, get in touch with your upline. Like Melissa, speak to Nicole. Nicole, I want to do one with you. Everyone on here who's like, I did one, but a while back, or I haven't done one, or I've watched some. You're going to do one. We're going to spend so much time doing these because it makes it so much easier than the one-on-one connect calls, which we love. But imagine getting 50 people on one call instead of one call at a time. This is duplication. This is how we get all of our people. You're all speaking to prospects. You're all speaking to people who are like, I'm interested. Get them on this. This is what's going to be the thing. They're like, I get it now. Okay, I get it. This is what we're creating. So yes, what Alison said about step into your leadership now. If you've got a team or if you don't, organize this yourself. Tell us that we're doing it. say, Alice, you're this time, this day, we're doing a launch event on mental health. Great, we know. You're going to make a poster. You're going to hype it up. You're going to introduce it. We're going to share that. We're going to hype it up too. Let everyone know so we can fill these events. But this is the future. And we want to try and get them 30 minutes to 45 absolute max, because people are going to get bored. That's what Leslie was saying. She was like, keep them short. It doesn't need to be huge, just to get that information in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. And also, Leslie said, to remind you all, for those who have said they're going diamond, 6 weeks left of the Diamond Dash promotion. So not applicable for UK. However, we're still going to do it because we're always going to do those things anyway. 6 weeks. If you hit diamond by the end of the year, you get extra bonus money. So everything, we've got 6 weeks for everything. Don't put huge, massive pressure on yourself, but just be aware. Where are you going towards? We're all going that way.
Okay, I just want to say something because it just came to me before I forget. Okay, so this is because these numbers, like, you know, big things could seem overwhelming, and when we see like big daunting things, sometimes we just want to crawl into bed, right? That's like, we're just like, oh my God. Okay, so I want to say that the most important thing, it's not about quantity of how much you do, it's consistency. Okay, so getting to that place of diamond, what did it take me? It wasn't because I was frantically reaching out to 40 people a day. That's not actually how I got there. I was consistently connecting with one person a day. Okay, so I want you guys to remember quality and consistency over, you know, racking your brain for, yes, this is straight up wisdom. This doesn't come from any training. This comes from my personal experience in this. And it's to truly, you know, focus on consistency, because what happens when we burn out, when we try to do too much and we're looking at ourselves in the red, right? Alice, we were just talking about this. We're like in the reds and it's like, oh my God. And we have to hit blue. Alice has to hit blue diamond. I have to hit crown. What are we doing in the reds? But it's like, this is, you know, and you're going to start understanding what that means when you see your back office. And it just means that we're like not doing as well as last month. Because we're always able to measure ourselves up against our last month, which could sometimes seem like overwhelming. But you know what? It's all about, if I racked my brain as like, I have to reach, like, oh my God, I have to, like, thinking of all these big things, it would actually, it would take away my energy. It would make my energy not as good, not as pure. So I'm just emphasizing for you guys to make one meaningful connection a day. And truly just, you know, devote that time to that person. That is going to pay off in the long run.
And it's true. It's about management. One really nurtured person who you're like, this is going to be so important. Nurture that. And it's not about frenetic, frantic energy. People pick up on energy. It's an energy business. We have to be centered and organized and just feeling good and always feeling good and having fun. And this is the thing. This is the wisdom that Alison can share with us, because she's been doing this for such a long time. And she's going to make sure that we don't go through the same painful things that she did. If we listen, we don't need to have the same mistakes that she made. That's the beauty of having leaders here. It's like, Eric can be like, don't do that. And you're like, oh, thank God I don't have to do that and go through that pain. We can share our own stories of what we did that didn't work, so that you guys don't have to go through it. Because you will have to go through some things. It's the nature of being an entrepreneur, and it gives you a backbone and it's good. But thank you, Alison. That is so valid. Stop looking at the red in your back office or the free, just one great connection. Find your people. Be that person. I love that.
So I want to say something about that, because the feeling that you get after, so I'm going to touch on two things, but the feeling that you get after you have a really positive connection with someone actually motivates you to reach out to more people. So even when I when I say I'm just going to reach out to one person, usually that ends up being more people, just because of the nature of that flow, that good feeling. And I want to ask you a question, Chloe and Rena, you know, after doing that event, how did you feel after your first event? You know, like, how did you feel?
Yeah, really good. I mean, I was terrified and kind of just like, "Ugh!" But then, yeah, it feels so good. And just having that video that you've organized yourself to send to people, and like even the one that like Rena organized, I've sent that to so many people as well. And it's just
Same here.
so amazing. And like the responses that actually I've sent all 3 of the ones that I was involved in, and all of them have had people have actually taken the time to watch them and
Yeah.
been like, wow, like this is so amazing, I want to learn more. So there's something really powerful about like organizing your own event, because it makes it so much more personal, so it makes you more passionate to share it with people, in my experience anyway.
Exactly. Yes. And because you feel good, that feeling of accomplishment, it empowers you to do more. Right. So it's like, that's why we're so about empowering, because it's the feeling, if we did it for you, you wouldn't get that satisfaction. You wouldn't get that motivation to do it again and again. So that's why we rip the Band-Aid a little at first to, throw people out before, like into the, arena before you're ready. But it is the satisfaction you get after that motivates you to just keep on doing more of that. Just want to say that.
Mindset. It's all mindset, which is why I love that we come here. And it doesn't always have to be about goals and pushing and this many and that many. It's about mindset. So look after yourself, look after your body, your heart, your mind. Make sure that you are in a good place, because otherwise we can't do anything. So make sure it's done in a way that feels good and feels very good. And the next point, Alison, this was a good one that Leslie brought up, was inventory.
No, oh my God. This was a great point. Yeah. Okay. This was such a good point, especially coming to the holidays, where we're going to be around maybe more family and friends and stuff like that. She's saying, Leslie, I love how she's so cute. She like put it in such a way. She's like, some people are scared of MLMs where they have inventory, or like, that people need inventory. And she's like, I don't believe that. She's like, that's not within my belief. I don't believe that that's something to be scared of, because you want to have inventory to be able to share with friends and family, to do events in real life, to, be able to make that person this is our business. This is the only investment we need. We don't need to pay employees. We don't need to pay rent. We don't need to pay anything else, okay, besides just our superfoods. So having inventory, and we've seen it now, because just even here at the beach yesterday, we met up with people. We were able to bring them green juice and try it, because we came stocked with inventory. And she was like, you should have a few. And I love this idea. Carrie Drinkwine does this. She buys a few ULTs and a few Core 4s, so that when people, even sometimes it's not convenient for someone to order like online, and someone wants it right now, and she's able to actually sell it to someone. She does the conversion, and she's able to sell it to someone on the spot. So just even like individually, she said sometimes she opens a package and she's able to like sell, like sometimes in a pinch, someone needs it. Someone needs Biomedic in their life now. They can't wait, And so Alice, take what you got from that.
Yeah, it's that abundance mindset. Like, I want to have, she said, keep 2 ULTs and 1 performance pack in your house. So someone you invite someone around, they're like, I want to start today. Great, you can. Here you go. And then they're going to bring a system in the back office in the US whereby if you give someone a pack, they will literally just send you out a new one right away, so that you're reimbursed immediately. They're going to actually have that in the system. So, if that's too much, maybe have a Core 4 and a ULT. Or if you're in the UK, get a 10-day transformation and, like some of the fitness stuff. Just get some stuff, because now I've got this house. My friends are coming in here all the freaking time. I'm like a freaking dispensary. I'm like, here, we're going to the gym. Let's have some aminos. Let's have our juices. I am running out of stuff. So when she said that, I was like, how have I not thought that before? I need to over order, because we are always going to be sharing this with people. And if someone wants to begin, let them begin now. Why should they wait 7 days, 8 days for it to arrive? So it's that mindset of like, this is our business. This is our business. We want to be stocked and prepped and ready for any eventuality. So just make sure you have stuff. You've got enough. So if someone needs something, yeah.
No, yeah, what she said when she said that, it's true. Some people change their mind even within a day. They said they're going to order and they're like at your house and they're like, yeah, I'm going to order. And then they go back home, the next day happens and you can't like get them to order, right? Because just in those few hours, people they change their whole mind, right? So having something on hand that they can walk away with is really like that can really change our the rate that we get people to get on this.
So that's just a pro tip from Leslie, that whatever Leslie says, I'm pretty much like she knows. So for anyone who really wants to it's a posture thing. If you've got it in your house, people are going to come and they're going to want it. So it's going to change stuff because this is all mindset, right? So have the mindset of someone who's overstocked, ready to enroll people straight away who come around to your house.
And also for display, like a lot of us have just you want to have it. You want to have it a nice display of this is the pantry of the future. I love to call that. Yeah.
I know, the pantry of the future, and I had mine in Belize, and now I've got it here. I open my cupboard, and people are like, "Oh, what is that?" I'm like, "Don't touch it; it's too bright." We're proud of our pantries of the future because we want a pantry. It's got to be like there's barely. I'm not gonna lie, there's like nothing in my fridge. I have like grapes because that's all I really eat, and then like my pantry. So, but yeah, that's if you want to get into next level mindset. Because remember, this is leadership training that Leslie's sharing, that we're sharing with you. Get into the mindset of I'm a leader, get some extra stock. And then she said, lead by example. You can't lead a team if you're not doing what you're doing. I just love that. It's true. And your team know if you're not doing it. When I'm having, like, I can sense it. If I'm having an off day and I'm like, oh God, I can't work today. I'm like, my team know. I know they know. So just remember, leading by example. You can't expect your brand partners to do what you're not doing. You have to be doing that. They can tell, and we need to be leading that way. So that was a good point. And then she said, for America, we're 2.5 weeks away from Thanksgiving and Cyber Week. I'm sure we're going to have some sales on. Cyber Week, Purium always puts on lit sales. So we're going to be ready. That's going to be a good time because there's probably going to be free stuff you get, free products when you order both America and in Europe. So that's going to be cool.
I just want to say, don't let anyone know that before, because then people are going to be like, oh, I'll wait to order to get the sales. You want to get the sales in, and then you can follow up with them and say, by the way, this is on sale. They'll put another order in if the sale is good enough. So don't let that stop you from people putting an order. And about the Thanksgiving coming and the holidays coming, like we have to, this is so much now the time to be planting the seeds, even sharing recipe ideas, guys. I just want to share with you that I created an Instagram account called Purium Recipes. And if you guys have ideas, if you guys have recipes that are within the lifestyle meals, tag me and I'll repost you. And that way we can really build an inventory, like a beautiful page of all of the beautiful meal ideas that people have for the New Year's and for, the Thanksgiving and all the holidays. And we can bring value, starting to, bring value into like easy, healthy recipes to have and stuff like that. So that I thought of that just now.
Yes, it's so true. That's something I want to do more of, more cooking, more recipes. I had this download. I was like, why am I not doing that more? That's what people want to see. We can keep it fun. But there are 2 more points. If you guys have pens and notepads, I want you to write these things down, because Leslie gave a definitive list of the win. What's important now? WIN. This is specifically for US and Canada people, but still so applicable to us in Europe that we need to be doing these. So I want you to write these down. UBT. Widen your reach. Launch events. Diamond Dash. Declaration. Fast Start. 3 and free. And Smart Order. These are all the tools that we have right now from corporate at our disposal to use to build our business. And that is a hell of a lot of amazing tools. So as leaders, we've got to be always talking about these. over and over again. These are the current tools that we have that mean when Eric started 9 years ago, there was nothing like this. It took people a long time to hit diamond. Now people are hitting diamond in weeks because they're utilizing these tools. We've got UBT. Everyone should be going for 3 people a week on Smart Order. That's it. That's amazing. It's such an easy tool. We've got Widen Your Reach. If you're in the first 3 months of being a brand partner, you're getting points for sharing. If you're in Canada and America, you should be doing that. Every single day. We should be, I'm still doing it. That's our Widen Our Reach. So we're still putting out content. We want to be telling our new brand partners about that and helping them do it. Launch events, what we've been talking about. We're all going to be doing launch events and it's going to be magnificent. Diamond Dash, we've got 6 weeks for extra points. If you're feeling up for it, do that. Prove to yourself you can do it, because you can do it. 6 weeks, that's a lot of time. And a lot of you very close to diamond. So don't waste this. Declaration, I'm sure a lot of us already have. We've declared our rank this month. I'm going to be, write it down, make it, and we can basically send that into corporate, and then we're put into a draw to win points and prizes if we hit that rank that we declared. We may as well. I've done it. Fast start. Fast start is the best thing in the world. We can help people get matching bonuses. We'll build their belief, help them reach people quicker. All of us can talk about Fast Start more and help drill that in to our brand partners and help people get there. Like Chloe just got her Fast Start consultant, her Fast Start director, I'm sorry. You know, we're doing this. 3 and free. Some products, for every 3 biomedic you buy, you get the 4th one for 3. There's similar things in Europe, I believe, but this is in America, Canada. They may as well get on a Smart Order because they're going to get a free product. Makes it easy. And then Smart Order being the last one. Smart Order, Smart Order, Smart Order. It is the key to their health. It is their long-lasting health insurance in a box. It's empowerment in a box. It's your grocery strength sent straight to your door. It's easy. It's so easy. Let me help you get on your Smart Order. So if we're always talking about the WIN, what's important now, over and over and over again until everyone gets it and it's duplicated, that's how we're going to get there, because these are the tools that are going to make our success easier. They're here to make it easy, not to make it complicated. Is there anything you want to add, Al?
No, just the repetition. Yeah, we have to, and that's, yeah, we're going to continue talking about this, like, you know, drilling all of these points home, because this is our whole business is so simple with all of these things. That's actually, it simplifies everything.
I love it. And the final point of the Leslie Cool, which is one of my favorites, is more personal development. My personal favorite. We can only take our business as far as we're ready to develop ourselves. We have to do the work. You'll get stuck. You'll get stuck in this if you're not. Oh, that's a cool Barbie. We'll get stuck if we're not always working on ourselves. That is dope. Sorry, shiny objects. So she gave us some book ideas. She's like, always keep reading, always personal develop, always be journaling, always be, you know, doing the work, so that we're not going to hit blocks and we're not going to make ourselves small when we're not meant to be small. We're meant to be really big and bright and take up a lot of space. Work on your childhood wounds that are keeping you small. Work on fear of abandonment. Work on fear of being seen. Work on the fact you've been silenced for your whole life and now you don't know how to speak. Work on the fact that your parent or someone in your family or your boyfriend or your partner was a narcissist and you have PTSD and you're struggling with PTSD. We're working on all this shit together. And I've been through pretty much all of those, and I'm sure a bunch of you have too. So this is always doing the work. And if it's hard, we have each other. We can do a Zoom on it. We can do all kinds of things on these things, but we have to be doing the work. And she said some book recommendations. The Pathway to Surrender. It's called Letting Go, The Pathway to Surrender. She didn't give the author. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Outstanding Achievement. That's Leslie Zann's book. Outstanding Achievement by Leslie Zann. That's going to be for business. Zen and the Art of Archery. Crazy brave. Anything by Michael Bernard Beckwith, she said. I haven't read any of his stuff, so I'm gonna. I Am Word and the War of Art. We are always a work in progress. We're never going to be healed. It's forever thing. Like, we've just got to get over that. That's fine. But this meets us where we're at. Our business meets us where we're at. Our people will meet us where we're at. We've got to be very kind to ourselves, because we're a very empathic, wonderful bunch of very bright humans who have all been through a lot. And I know that because I know a lot of you. And this is our space to heal together. So we don't have to be alone. And yeah, Alison's still putting more things. GoPro, yes, GoPro, Think and Grow Rich, Beach Money, the 4-year career. If you want to be retired in 4 years, read the 4-year career. But we are always growing together. So any other books that you like, always share them wherever, anything that you find amazing. Have your therapy sessions. I have 2 therapists, yay. And we're here to talk. I was a coach before this and a therapist, so I have space to help people when they need it. I know how to do that, and I'm great at just holding. Everything's confidential. We're just here. So personal development, that is your business. Your job is to personal develop, and we're doing it at a rapid pace together. Yeah,
it's important too that we know that as much as this is personal development, we're not therapists, and so we're also in the business of leading by example. And so when we heal ourselves, we heal our team as well. So just so, like, as leaders, we know, because when we come into this, we're leaders, we're already leaders, we're forming ourselves as leaders, and we have to duplicate what we want to bring in. And so that's just like we get to be the leaders that we needed to see, and that's really like the main point of how to lead in this is literally just being exactly how you would want to be welcomed in here, and exactly how you would want to be as a brand, the kind of brand partner that you want to attract in. That's what you get to display yourself as.
Love it. So true. That's all that we have from that. But if anyone wants to share or has any questions, comments, whatever, they're the things that we wanted to bring home from what we learned yesterday, because we always want to just make sure you guys know, like, even when Alison gets crown and is on the crown calls, like, I'm going to be like, you're going to teach us that stuff. So we're still going to be learning all
I'll be sharing all of that with you guys. Okay. You guys are going to get into if I get into crown, when I'm in crown, I am going to be sharing all of all the stuff that I'm learning with you guys. So I'm so excited for that.
Crown nuggets. But yeah, does anyone have anything they want to share or say, whatever?
Can I just say something?
Yeah,
I just wanted to say thank you. Like, I love impromptu calls as well, because they're always just like a surprise, and I really appreciate this call, because like it was the perfect balance between business but also like personal development. Like, it was a really nice balance, and sometimes the calls can get you really kind of fired up and hyped to be like, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to reach my goals and but this one was a really like perfect grounding balance of like, I'm doing everything I need to do and I just need to relax and trust the process. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that reflection. And Sam said as well, it is Fierce Friday in 10 minutes for any of you who want to get on the Million Mum Movement Friday call, which is amazing. But it's important that we're not always just like drilling it in and drill sergeants. It's like, no, you gotta look after yourself, because you'll burn out. And this is life, and this isn't the only thing in our lives. So it's important that this is always joyful and fun. Otherwise, I don't know what will happen, but it's got to be fun,
Yeah, and we can always come back to that when we remember our why, when we remember, as Alice opened this up with, I'll just close it, is remembering our values and leading with our core values, and making this authentic to you. So all of this training gets to be absorbed and then put into practice in the way that feels right for you, and we're all here for you to guide you in that, if you need help. So amazing. Okay, amazing. Yeah, if whoever wants to get onto that call, Dave will be speaking about the business. Always love when Dave speaks. So if everyone, yeah, I think, I know Kayla's new here. I think it would be a great call. I know back-to-back meetings is a lot, but it is worth it. If you guys want to just jam out, we'll get onto that call. And yeah, and then enjoy your weekend. And yeah, so okay, well, I guess that's it, right, Alice?
Yeah, I'm good. For those of you who don't know how to find the events, it's isharepurium.com/events. Then all the events for the week will pop